Is it your metabolism or is it your habits? In this video, I'm going to go over the reasons why it's probably your habits that are causing you to stall out on your weight loss rather than your metabolism. The number one reason that I hear from my clients that they can't lose weight is because they have a slow metabolism. So I'm going to take you to the whiteboard. I'm going to explain exactly why it's more than likely your habits and not your metabolism that is causing you to not lose weight. All right, we're at the trusty whiteboard. So your metabolism is this word that I think people use as a crutch as to why they can't hit their fitness goals. Your metabolism ultimately is your body's way of intaking calories and then dispersing those calories out through your energy or through your basal metabolic functions to keep you alive. Your body wants some sort of homeostasis, so it wants to keep you living and breathing at your current weight and at your current fitness level. The number one way that you can boost your metabolism, which is counterintuitive to people that use this as a crutch, is to gain weight, because the heavier you are, the harder your body works to keep you alive. And so if you're wanting to boost your metabolism, you can gain weight. You also boost your metabolism by eating food, and you have this what's called the thermic effect of food. Another way that you boost your metabolism by exercising, so that's going to the gym, but then it's also like non-exercise activity, so that's cleaning up your kitchen or doing just other random housework. Your metabolism is always working, because what we are is we're energy intakers with calories, and then we're energy outputters with regulating our body functions, our base body functions. So even when you're sleeping, your metabolism is still working, but it's slow in those moments, because what ends up happening is your body doesn't need as much energy as compared to when you're on your feet, you're running around, you're walking around, to where your body is trying to keep you alive and to keep you functioning. So if you want to boost your metabolism, is it your habits or is it actually your base metabolism? So within the past 3 months, I've done this journey to where I've been trying to cut weight and to lean out. And what I've done is I've gone from 216 to 198, so 18 pounds. My metabolism is naturally lower because I don't weigh as much. My body's not working as hard to keep me alive. So my total calorie intake from my 216 to where it is now, my 198, there's a difference between those two. So if I were to just keep eating the same calories as I was at 216 compared to when I'm 198, I need to make up for those calories so they don't get stored as body fat, or so they don't get stored onto my body to where I start gaining weight again. So what I can do to offset that is to exercise more, to move more, or alternatively, to drop my metabolism or to stop that weight gain, I can lower my food intake. So somebody like me that's 198 pounds, my metabolism is going to be maybe higher than somebody that's 140. Or I work with clients that only intake 1,200 calories per day for their weight loss. Now, at some point, there comes this area to where you can't drop it too low, because then the person's not really being able to eat for the full day, and it's not conducive for a lifestyle that allows them to go out with friends or to just live and enjoy life. So when we're talking about the metabolism and how it slows as you lose weight, it's not a crutch to where if you're 300 pounds and you're eating McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's and all of these fast food places, plus you're working an office job that where you're not very active throughout the day, it's not your metabolism, but it's more so your habits. So your metabolism compared to your habits is where you can offset some of those calories that you're taking in. Because when you're taking in those calories, what ends up happening is if you're not actually able to use them, if your body doesn't need to use them throughout the day, so you're not exercising, you're not moving, you're not playing with your kids, you're not cleaning the house, you're just sitting there sedentary, at some point you're going to overeat or you're going to overindulge on your calories. So then what your body has to do with those is they have to store them, because you're not expending those calories. So looking at your metabolism versus your habits is, if you're sitting there as a crutch that your metabolism is slow, sure, there are genetic factors that play into how fast your metabolism is. But if your calorie intake is supposed to be 2,000 calories for weight loss, and you're eating constantly, you're eating 3,000 calories, then eventually what you're going to do is you're just going to keep gaining weight until your body, like we talked about before, is your homeostasis, to where it equals out and it says, okay, once I'm eating these 3,000 calories per day, at some point it's going to equal out to where you kind of hit your limit of your weight gain. Now, the other factor to that is if you hit that limit and then you keep going up and up and up on your calories, you're going to continue to gain weight. This is why your total daily energy expenditure and your metabolism are closely linked, because your total daily energy expenditure is your basal metabolic rate. So that includes your genetic factors, that includes your height, your weight, your sex. But then on top of that, what it also is your exercise, So going to the gym, going for walks, going for runs, your non-exercise activity. So if you're an active job like me, to where I'm a personal trainer and I'm constantly on my feet and I'm moving around throughout the day, then I'm getting more energy expenditure, even though a lot of people think, when they think about energy expenditure, they think specifically exercise. They think that they have to go for a run or a walk, or they have to go to the gym. And ultimately, it's everything you do. So even me standing here doing this video and me moving around like this, compared to somebody that's just sitting at a desk right now and not moving at all, I'm going to burn maybe slightly more calories just through my movements compared to somebody that's not doing anything, or somebody that's more sedentary. And so you have your exercise, your non-exercise. So that's the housework that you're doing. Then you also have the thermic effect of food. And the thermic effect of food is when you intake calories, it takes energy to break those calories down. So as you eat, you're also boosting metabolism. So that ties back to what I was talking about in the beginning, is the easiest way to boost your metabolism, or to get a higher metabolism, is to eat more food and to gain weight. Well, that's counterintuitive, or that's against what most people want. Is they want to lose weight, or they're looking, when they're using this as a crutch, they're looking to lose weight. So what we need to do is we need to find what your number is. And how we find what your number is I'm sure there's some machines out there, there's some studies, there's blood work, and you can go through all of that if you want. Or what you can do is you can consistently track your calories for a month, 2 months, and you can see, okay, since I started tracking my calories, I've averaged 2,300 calories or 1,800 calories, and in those 2 months, I've lost 6 pounds or 8 pounds. And then that tells you that, hey, I am eating below my maintenance, because my total daily activity, including your work, your sleep, your exercise, your playing with kids, your housework, all of that stuff included, is my energy burn, or my calorie burn, is more than what I'm taking in. Now, on the flip side of that, if you're taking in those 2,300 or 1,800 calories over that month that you're tracking, what you also see is if you're gaining weight, if you're staying the same weight, then you know that, okay, my calorie burn is right around here, so I need to lower my calories. And I know it's not fun, I know it's not sexy, but I see a lot of people try these fad diets or use these excuses for themselves, to where they just want to stay in the same place that they're at. They have these big lofty goals that they aren't able to achieve because they don't have the motivation to do it, and they're not willing to change their habits. And I know it's hard. So for somebody that is a desk job, or somebody that is more sedentary, that's not on their feet, or doesn't have the chance to be on their feet, what they can do is they can control the calorie input. And as you control the calorie input, that also means that you can't consistently do the same things that you've been doing in the past that have gotten you to where you are today. So if you, after every work day, if you're stopping at fast food and getting a 1,300 calorie meal, but your total daily calorie burn is only 2,100, let's just say, to stay the same weight. And then on top of that, you're also eating breakfast and you're also eating lunch. And so then by the time you add in all of those calories, including drinks, is you are eating above what your metabolism is allowing. Your metabolism is not, in the most simple terms, your metabolism is your body's way of just trying to keep you alive. And that's what it's trying to do. And so we all have this natural tendency to want to look at a reason why we can't lose weight, or why we can't do something. And ultimately we need to look and say, what is there that I'm doing in order to get myself to those goals? And so when I look on Instagram, or when I look on TikTok or YouTube, and I hear these influencers that are saying, just try this metabolism boosting tea, or try this metabolism boosting whatever it is that they're trying to sell, that's exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to sell you on something. Now, I will say that there are lower calorie foods that are higher in protein that will help boost your metabolism, but that one food is not going to offset your other habits that you're doing throughout the day. So maybe you need to incorporate more walks, and maybe that's at lunch if you're at a desk job. Maybe that's after work, maybe that's before work. If you have kids, or if you have a spouse, or if you have this schedule that makes it hard to fit it in, we have to find a way to make it to where it works for you so you can hit your goals. As a previous heavier person, at my peak I was 270 pounds. I remember when I started, I switched from, so when I worked at this job, I would drink basically probably about a 2 liter of like regular pop per day. And forget about the sugars, forget about all of that stuff that you hear. Let's just talk about calories specifically. In that 2 liter of soda that I would do, regular soda that I would do, I'm probably intaking 600 extra calories. Right when I switched from regular soda to diet soda, within I think the first month I lost 10 pounds because nothing else changed in my diet except I wasn't having those 2 liters. I was doing diet. So I was getting 0 calories compared to 800 calories or however many calories are in a 2 liter. And so when I did that, I was like, oh, Diet Pop is good for you. This is how you lose weight. But then it just plateaued out because then I was back to what I was saying before is my homeostasis or where my metabolism or where my body needed to be for my calories. And so from there, when I really kicked it into gear, what I ended up doing is my goal was to eat less and move more. And that's exactly how you lose weight, is something that simple. Eat less food or eat less calories and move more. And whatever type of movement it is. But you can't do the opposite and say, I'm going to eat more and move less and expect your metabolism to stay up with you and make you drop weight. It's the habits that you have that create the situations that we're in. And I know that it's not always easy. Trust me, it's very hard. There's times where I wrestle with myself and it's like, oh, this is super frustrating. It gets late at night and I want extra food or I want more food. And it's okay in those singular moments, but it's, what about that full week or that full month or the 6 months? And it's the trends over time that you start to see your weight go back up. But then at the same token, it's the trends over time that you see your weight go down. So having one healthy meal or having one great day is not going to do much for you. It's what you do over time. And just as a additional thing to boosting your metabolism in a natural way is strength training. So building more muscle is going to help boost your metabolism naturally. Going back to it from when I went to my 216 to my 198, I've dropped the total calories that I can intake because naturally my body's not having to work as hard. And maybe I've lost a little bit of muscle as well just because of how it is with weight loss is you don't retain all, it's not all fat loss that you lose. You lose just energy, right? And some of that energy is put into your muscles. So when you look at your habits in your metabolism, it's what can I do differently that I haven't been doing before. That's not a quick fix, but it's something that triggers in your mind that says, I need to do this instead. I need to move more. I need to maybe get to the gym. Some people don't even go to the gym. Some people don't even go for walks. Some people think that a singular walk isn't going to get them anywhere. And in the moment, for fat loss sakes, one walk is not going to make you lose 50 pounds. But one walk every day for the next year and controlling the calories that you put into your body could potentially help you lose 50 pounds or however much weight that you're looking to lose. So don't be quick to blame your metabolism because your metabolism is something that you think that you don't have control over. And ultimately, once you understand what your metabolism is, you do understand that you have control over it. And once you get to that place to where maybe your metabolism truly does stall out, once you get to that place where dropping your calories too low or having to boost your energy output through exercise is too high, it becomes unsustainable to really hit those goals. So somebody like me, I'm eating around 2,500 calories right now. If I get to a point to where I have to eat 1,800 calories in a day in order to keep losing weight, which there's a number that I'm going to stop at, but if I have to if I have to eat so little that I'm not able to go out with my friends and I'm not able to go have drinks and I'm not able to just have fun and enjoy life, then I need to rebalance myself and then maybe go into a maintenance phase or a slight surplus to boost my calories back up and maybe gain a couple pounds in the process. But then I find that equilibrium that says, okay, my metabolism is about 2,500, 2,600 that I can, or my total daily energy expenditure is the same thing. And that's where I can live for my sweet spot and I can sustain that lifestyle. And that doesn't mean that once I hit that goal, then I take away my walks and I take away my exercise. It means everything that I'm currently doing now stays the same except that my calories change. So going back to it as a wrap up, is it your metabolism or is it your habits? And I promise you, especially if you have a lot of weight to lose, it's more than likely your habits and it's not your metabolism. Because the heavier you are, the more calories you're burning. Compared to me at 270 pounds, I have more calories that I can eat to lose weight at 270 pounds than I do right now. I can't eat the same amount of calories that I could at 270 pounds that I can now and continue to lose weight. If I ate back at my 270 calories to lose my weight, I would actually, right now at my body weight, I would gain weight. Because if I'm at 3,200 calories that I'm eating per day, I would continue to put on weight rather than lose weight, which I could have done when I was at 270 pounds. So I hope this video is helpful. If you like this, please consider subscribing. And if you would, go ahead and hit that like button. I really appreciate it. And just think for yourself, is it my metabolism or is it my habits? And it's a hard question to ask, but it's one that I think in the long term will benefit you the most. And if you have any questions, go ahead and send me an email, justin@fitosophical.com. If you're looking for coaching, you can visit the website, www.fitosophical.com. And we will see you guys in the next video.